a little easier to say than Fox Lightner. And it was a bit of a nickname, and then when I set up my MySpace page in 2006, like the first one for when I got into like new wave and everything, I remember filling in the names lines. And so it started to become this direction that I started to walk in, and then my dad always told me that if you're doing what you love and you're doing your like dream job, especially in music, your career and your life should be kind of seamless. Like you shouldn't feel like you live two different lives. So I took steps to legally make it my first name. I was dabbling around in a lot of different genres of music until I figured this one out to be the best. So I was in like pop punk band, and I was in a metal band, and I was doing like piano rock and party acoustic and all of these different things. And then in about 2004, 2005, I started like listening to some new wave stuff and really kind of enjoying the endless possibilities that you have when you create synth sounds and the creativity you put into it and the power of the beats, but you're not like, I'm gonna be a solo artist making metal, you know? Like it's easy, you can make it on your own. You know, so that's what I started doing. And it was fun. It was like the most creative musical outlet, and just kept going that direction. We're in a new spot, it got really loud. A couple reasons that Siberia became the name. One of them is as a result of the song. I mean, I brought in Holy Fuck to kind of help create everything. We wrote a couple songs together and then had them augment some of the instruments from the other tracks to make it a little grittier and a little dirtier. Siberia was one of the first ones we wrote that had that kind of grit. It was like, it's a straight up pop song, but with this kind of raunch in it. And that started to really dictate the direction of the whole album. We didn't know what we were doing, we were just kind of inventing as we went. It was really exciting, and it felt like unexplored territory. It felt like this new land that was vast and adventurous and a little bit scary, which was like a Siberia to me. So not only this song, but that whole process of making the record really felt like that was a perfect descriptor for it. Cool. There are a couple of them actually that I always play. One's called Find Me in the River. It's by an artist named Martin Smith. Love playing that one. One is called Yoga by Bjork. And one is Circle Game by Joni Mitchell.
Coming tours, anything like that?
I'm hoping so. I mean, the bizarre thing with the collaborations that have happened and been so successful in my life are, the bizarre thing with that is that they just like happen and you don't plan for them. Usually the things that are planned never work out, you know? It's always like spur of the moment, you never know what's gonna happen. With Holy Fuck, would never have known that that was something that would be so successful. And we thought, you know, guest vocals on Bring the Horizon, and we're like bringing Shad in. So, I mean, I sit here and think, you know, who I would love to work with. It's like, you can't really plan it, something like that. Who knows? But I know there will be more. I have something in mind for next year that hopefully will involve lots of people.
Only 3.
Okay, That's so hard. That's the hardest thing you could do.
That's so hard. That's 3.
There you go.
That's so hard.
It's almost like you don't want to flatter yourself and you don't want to assume what people are hearing. The best thing about music is that people interpret it the way they want.
Right.
So that's the hardest probably going to be.
That's so hard. Okay. So
you are watching Blabbermouths TV.